Haha! Hello! I'm stood up for the first time. Classroom at this school isn't all that big, so I'm sort of between the two. But as you can see, I'm using a strap for my guitar. Now, they're not particularly complicated. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen one before. Most of them have got a little hole, well, all of them have got a little hole on either end. And they obviously run over your shoulder, okay? It's not difficult to see how they work. So, yeah, that's it. In this case, I've got my strap attached to a little bit of ribbon that is running behind behind the strings. Okay, that's because I haven't got a little strap button here. Often guitars have a little strap button there, so you can actually attach it there. So whatever you have, that's how you're going to attach that end. There's that strap button I was talking about. Now this has got a lock on it. I may have done this with you already, but if I just quickly take this lock off, you can see it quite simply. Okay, there it is. There's the hole. Yeah. Does that make sense? I mean, if you've got a guitar, you can probably look at your own, but yeah, it's not difficult. This piece of kit is really nice, called a strap lock. When you spin it around, the hole gets smaller. Okay, and they're really useful because the safety that it gives you when you're standing up is very comforting. Okay, have them on both sides. If you've got strap buttons on both sides, this is obviously tied with a knot, so that's not going anywhere, right? But the safety that gives me when I'm standing up means that my guitar's not going to fall out of my hands, because remember, we're not actually holding the instrument to play it, even when we're stood up with the strap. Look, I'm not holding it. I'm using my forearm here to kind of, but we're not holding it. So one of those straps goes, especially when you're on stage, whoo! Not only is it embarrassing, but you're going to damage your instrument. So you can see I've got my guitar very much in the position that it would be if I was sitting down. Okay, so I'm sitting down here, I stand up. It's the same because it's the position I'm used to. Everyone is slightly different, but I'll try and recommend replicating that so that when you sat down, there I am, sat down, and I'm sat up. Okay, it's a touch lower. It's a touch lower, but whatever's comfortable. Okay, you can see I'm still able to maintain that relatively straight wrist position, and then my hand is sort of over the sound hole. Okay, it's not hard. Stand by. I just want to show you something quickly. Right, here I am with an electric guitar. It's the same strap length from my acoustic, and although it looks all right, it's a little bit low for me. If I come and play a bar, you can see this wrist angle's pretty obscene. If we raise it up, oh, look at that. Can you see that? Uncomfortable, comfortable, all right? So that's what we're going for, is comfort, because then we get playability, okay? Now, on the strap, there's the single layer, and then on this side, there's the double layer. I'd suggest fitting it that way around, because you can then very easily get that buckle and then just slide it down. Okay, it's not hard. Now, ooh, that's quite high. It's quite high, but so much more comfortable to play. Okay, it's up to you how you want to do it. But I would suggest getting, like I said, quite close to how you might be when you sat down, which for me is about there, and a touch lower or whatever. Okay, that's all right. However, the other extreme, and let me just show you these, and this is why the strap locks are also quite good, because I can completely manhandle this, and I know my guitar's not going to fall off. Woo! Yeah, I mean that is, you can't even see it. You see it? It's a bit punk rock. Yeah. Now, cool. All right. But you're not going to be able to do all that much with it. If you're in a punk band and you're playing power chords and you want to jump around and look awesome, I guess, fine, suit yourself. But the strap is supposed to orient the guitar in such a way that we can play it. And so although it's tempting to think that the higher up it is, the less cool it is, although maybe that's changed. When I was a teenager, the lower the better. But I did find my wrist position was like this, and I got a sore arm, and then I was leaning over it. So again, we're nice and straight, and we're in that position, and our back and everything into our hips and into our feet are taking that weight. Because if you're going to spend, if you're going to play a 2-hour show, or if you've got a heavy instrument like a Gibson or something that's really heavy, or bass guitar, you don't want a thicker strap to spread the weight, but it's going to start hurting your shoulders and your back and everything like that. So yeah, comfort and playability is what I recommend. Anyway, nice short one for you. See you next time. Bye.